really see what's going on. Damn, man. Why don't they fix this shit, man? So, man, before I go home and get ready to go to work tomorrow and shit like that, I want to tell y'all the biggest reason why relationships and dating will never be the same. And yes, I said the biggest reason. There's multiple reasons. We're not here to nitpick and all this shit, but the biggest reason why, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna explain why. It's them damn cell phones, man. It's them damn cell phones. This is why relationships will never be the same and dating will never be the same. When you're getting to know people, right, through texting. Back in the day, there was no texting. You actually had to reach out to get a hold of somebody. So if somebody was playing games with you or stringing you along or something like that, they simply wouldn't answer the phone. And then you would know clearly, okay, this person never answered the phone when I hit them up. Yes, you could say the same thing for texting too, like they never respond or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But when you talk to somebody on the phone, right, they don't get time to think about what they're trying to say. You see what I'm saying? They can't smooth it out or think of a lie. You can hear their voice. You can hear all that. You can hear the tone of their voice, all that shit. Plus, it takes time and effort, more effort, to actually get on the phone and talk. See? But if I'm texting, I could text this one, this one, this one, this one. You could still call this one and this one and this one and this one, right? But it's much easier for somebody to text a lot of people. Also, social media, same thing. It's the same thing. It allows people to talk to people that they would never even see. Back in the day, a woman or man was pretty much confined to people who was in their areas, right? I'm not saying it's that was a good thing, because I mean it is a good thing that you could reach out and talk to anybody in the world, but it's a double-edged sword because it's also a bad thing. If you take a woman from, let's say, Dayton, Ohio, right? Woman, Dayton, Ohio, and put the internet into play like it is now. Now the woman has access to CEOs and all type of shit, right? She could talk to somebody over in Thailand somewhere trying to get her to come there and he gonna offer this and offer that. She wouldn't have those type of options back in the day. She would have to be more confined to the respect and appreciate the good dudes in her city. But now, oh, well, you're not good enough. You make $100,000, nah, that ain't nothing. I'm going after this millionaire CEO. You're not on my level, even though, you know, that woman might not make that. Or it could be a man too, right? I don't want to make it seem like it's just this woman thing, but I don't want to get off track with it. Moral of the story is it's easier for them to talk to multiple people. You know, it's easy for them to get validation, that's woman or man, from people that back in the day before social media and these smartphones, they wouldn't be getting validation from these people. So they would appreciate. Everybody know what appreciation is? You know, like you got $100 versus $1, you appreciate that $1, right? They would appreciate the men that actually, or women, that are actually in their little, whatever you want to call it, circle, whatever you want to call it, in a lane, you know what I'm saying? They'd appreciate them more. But now, I don't have to appreciate that. Why? Because social media allows me to believe that I got way more people in my lane than I really got. But it's not really about, to me, I'm not trying to touch on the point that people don't realize they don't have options they don't have. I'm really trying to touch on why it makes it difficult for dating. This is why this day, you'd be almost a fool to date. I mean, it's almost impossible, but I'm trying to explain to y'all why it's never going to be the same. It's them smartphones, man. It's them fucking smartphones. People are getting validation from everybody. Even in relationships. Even in relationships, man. You know, back in the day, you know, that 20% of a woman or man that you feel like makes you want somebody else, you would think twice. Because we all know nobody's perfect. So back in the day before the smartphones and all that shit, that 20%, you'd be like, oh, fuck it, he almost perfect, she almost perfect, they good enough. Now, oh man, well, I'm not happy with him. Let me start shopping on social media to see if I can get somebody else or something. And then you getting a validation and temptation from motherfuckers. It's at the reach of your hand. It's at the reach of your hand. Women and men can replace each other at the drop of a dime on a fucking cell phone, man. It was not that way back in the day. You actually had to be out and meet people and talk to people to get validation and speak to people and interact with people. It's not that way now, y'all. You're fighting a battle that you cannot win. The only way you're going to win this battle in this day and age of dating and relationships is if you're with the right teammate. If you're with the right player for your team, and you got to be the right player. Oh, here we go. Yeah, don't be playing with me, motherfucker. Y'all motherfuckers ain't allowed to pull me over. I'm above the law, bitch. Get out of here. We legal, all the way legal over this motherfucker. But yeah, man. Man, I forgot what I was saying. Shit, I ain't used to seeing them lights, boy. That takes you back to teenage years. Like, fuck. Yeah, man. I forgot what I was saying, man. But it's them cell phones, man. That's what's making it hard for y'all to find the right person and shit. Because not only does it put to you like this, it's harder to appreciate something. You know, a lot of times what happens is you meet somebody that's good for you and is actually good enough for you, but social media, temptation, and all these other things make you think they're not good enough for you, right? This happens with everybody. So what happens is, you know, as long as you got that cell phone buzzing all the time, you know, you feel like you the king of the world. You feel like you're a goddess or God, you know? And it's going to be awful hard for you to be satisfied with one person when you constantly got a bunch of other people all down your face and all that. And I know people are going to say, nah, if it's the right person, yeah, well, that's you. That's not everybody. That don't mean that's the person that you like. You might be the person that's satisfied and loyal with one person, but that don't mean the person you like is like that. See, it has to be a two-way thing. Remember, it has to be the best. It has to be the right player both ways, not just you or not just them. It has to be two people. It can't just be one person, the right player, and the other person is a player. You get what I'm saying? It ain't gonna work. Or one person appreciates the 80% and the other person is looking for a perfect 100% person that does not exist. It only exists in their mind with certain people because they don't know those people yet. I'm gonna say that again. That perfect 100% person only exists in certain people that you think are that because you don't know them yet. You don't know their flaws. That's why you think they're 100% perfect. Nobody is, man. And if people knew this, they probably wouldn't pass up on a lot of people, right? Or they would appreciate people that they're already fucking with, right? You know what I mean? It's never enough for some people. And this fucking cell phone shit don't make it no better. It's like adding fucking embalming fluid to a world full of people who are already hard to appreciate what they got already and be happy with what they got already. bottom line is women and men have more, it's easier for them to reach out and have interact with other people. It was not like that back then. So you had to appreciate more. When you actually ran across somebody that you kind of like or whatever, they kind of like you and all that, you appreciate them more because it was not that easy for you to log on some fucking Facebook or in your phone and then everybody's at the reach of a hat. You know what I mean? At a drop of a dime, should I say. That's what's fucking up everything, people. And it's not going to change. That's obvious. Technology is just going to keep getting crazier. You know, oh, I'll just get on, I'll just make an OnlyFans. I don't need a man no more. I don't need a job. I don't need this. I don't appreciate men. I don't appreciate women. They too easy to come by the click of a button. You know what I mean? So it don't matter. This is what goes on. You know, it was not like that before, man. And it's sad, but this is the truth, y'all. You know, that is the biggest reason why it's fucked up. So for all y'all people who be out here dating, you know what I mean? And you want to know why it's hard for somebody to, you know, interact with you and all that. Back in the day, they had to reach out to you. They actually had to call you back in the day. Now they could just text you. Motherfucking could be getting his dick sucked right now and just text you real quick. Oh, I'm about to go to bed. Nah, back in the day, you would have been, the phone would have been ringing. So if he didn't answer, you know. I mean, of course you could call the person too. I'm not saying you can't. You still can. But that's probably what you should do, honestly. If you dating people, you should start calling them more. Stop texting. Stop texting, man. Start calling. That way you'll get a clear-cut indication if they ignoring you or not. You can't really tell through a text. You can't even tell if they've been authentic through a text. You don't even know what the hell they doing through a text. Could be with a whole nother dude and texting you, right? But back in the day you had to call. What's she gonna do? Tell the dude beside her, or what he gonna do? Tell the girl beside her don't say nothing? I mean, of course they could, but then that's fucking it up with that girl too, or that guy too. See, it wasn't easy. It wasn't as easy to do this player sneaky shit that people are doing out here. It's them smartphones, y'all. And I like smartphones, but yeah, that's why the game's fucked up, man. And ain't no changing it. So on that note, man, I gotta get ready to get to bed and shit. You know what I'm saying? Gotta work in the morning, but I just wanted to let y'all know, man, that's what it is. It's the smartphones, man. You know, and I suggest people keep a humble head. Don't get a big head out here. You know, these cell phones is an illusion. It's making you think that you're something you're not. It's making you feel like you're some type of celebrity that everybody wants and all this bullshit, when really it's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Even a woman who looked good as fuck, right? Back in the day, she was still confined pretty much to her own city. You know what I mean? She didn't get validation from all these people. And that's another thing. A woman or man, but let's say a woman, let's say a fine ass woman. She don't even, a model. Let's just say a model. She don't even have to really be interested in you, right? But you're reaching out to her, trying to get a hold of her and all this shit, which could ultimately cause you to be overlooking other women that are trying to talk to you. See how the domino effect fucks up the game? Because the model's ignoring you, right? Which is causing you to ignore people that would actually fuck with you. So in the end, you not getting nothing. The people you're ignoring are not getting nothing. Let's say the people you ignoring want you. Just like you want the model. Now look. And then the model, you know, she might think she's entitled to a man way above her level, right? And she will get to interact with that guy because of the fucking smartphones. Back in the day, even if she was a model, don't mean she was able to really interact with a guy like that. Not saying it didn't happen, but not as easy as it is now, man. Not as easy as it is now. Just pull out my cell phone, I could interact with anybody in the whole world. It wasn't that easy, y'all. You're fighting a battle you cannot lose. or win, should I say. The only way you can win is by having the right teammate and being the right teammate. There's no other way. This is why but guess what? It's harder to find that right teammate now because of fucking smartphones. For instance, a woman might be interested in you in reality, right? Or you really might be interested in her in reality. But since she got that smartphone, or you got that smartphone, oh, I'm the shit. Look how I'm popping. Everybody like me. It makes it downplays how much you might actually like somebody because of the illusion of making you think you got all these options every fucking way. Or you're with a great ass person that gives you that 80%. But here comes that illusion again, making you think that there's some perfect person better than this person. So what do? You start shopping around. It's no fucking different than a person. It doesn't matter if you're single or not. It doesn't matter if you're single or not. It blocks and clouds your judgment of being able to appreciate somebody or actually realizing that, hey, maybe this is the one I should fuck with. Nah, because that cell phone, there's always bing, bing, bing every fucking 5 minutes. Especially if you're a woman. Don't be a woman who look good. It's over. It's over. It's too many people. How can she pick the right one? Some are going to say she'll know the right one. Yeah, maybe. But it's almost impossible because it's too much, man. And then you also dealing with the spiritual level of, so-called devil, whatever fuck you want to call the person, devil, whatever, evil. They don't want you to pick the right one. So when you think that, oh, maybe this guy might be the right one, here comes the devil throwing that monkey wrench in there. Ooh, look at that model, or look at that one model guy that he probably won't even like you. But now you think, maybe I don't like him. So you start keep shopping, whatever you're doing, whatever. But it's the cell phones, man. It allows people to, it basically allows people to, let me sum this up so I can get up off here, because I definitely got to get up in the morning. The cell phones allow people to interact with a whole lot more people a lot easier, right? It also allows them to kind of mask who they are, because back in the day, like I said, you would have to call your girlfriend or somebody you're trying to get to know and all that. It wasn't no, let's say a woman texts me right now, right? I could be getting head right now. She wouldn't even know, right? But that's not going to happen if that girl calls my phone. It's one of two things going to happen. Either I'm going to answer the phone, which ain't going to happen if you're getting head, or if you're a woman messing with a guy or whatever, or you're going to ignore that call. And that's going to, and when people get ignored from their phone call, that's going to make a person start to realize maybe this person don't fuck with me. Versus a text, you know what I mean? Woman could be with a whole nother guy and just text you real quick, well, I'm about to go to bed, have a good night. And you think it's all good. See how it fucks up the game for y'all, man? It's easier for people to mask the bullshit. That's all I'm saying. And it also makes it makes it harder for them to appreciate people in their lane. It makes it harder for them to appreciate the people in their lane. Back in the day, like women and men was pretty much confined to people in their city. Yeah, they could go to another city or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it still wasn't like now. Like a woman thinking she has access to a whole CEO or something. When really he might just want to fuck, but that's neither here or there. The point is, in her mind, she thinks she has access to that. Now, if she was a CEO herself, hey, I can't say nothing. But if you just some regular, and I'm not saying this in a mean way, but if you just a woman, like a regular woman, basically, you're not a CEO or nothing, I don't feel like you really deserve access to a CEO, but it is what it is. If he likes you, he likes you. But the point is, this is what's happening, and that's why it's hard for y'all to date out here, man. It's the cell phones, man. So and it's hard for you to communicate with your friends and all that. You just hit them up on a text or something. You don't even go see them. You know what I mean? it fucked up the whole form of communication of mankind, period. People don't even go over, when back in the day you want to speak to somebody, you either got to call, you got to go see them. Yeah, people do it still, but not to the extent back then. It's not the same, man, and it never will be. So it is what it is, man. This is why people gotta unplug from the matrix, man. We already be distracted by shit, and they be sneaking shit under our noses. It's funny how they had that big Locks and Dipset competition, and then New York City's locked down. Now I don't know if they locked New York City down before the competition or after. The point is, right there in New York City, ain't it funny how that's right there, that big ass distraction, huh? And I know y'all think, oh, he just reaching and all this. Nah, if you're a famous person, you sold out some type of way, or you're dealing with people who are involved with the elites. Them rappers and shit, they either involved with it or they involved with people who are involved with it. Either way, same thing. You still doing the work of the evil elite. So, but I'm gonna let y'all go, man. Yeah, man. Just realize why it's harder out here for if you are a person dating. But if you find the right person, it's really not harder. But remember, now it's harder to find the right person because of the phones and shit. Rewind this video, rewind this video if you didn't get quite what I'm trying to understand. I believe you will once you rewind it. You know, I kind of rushed through it because I'm kind of tired and shit, but nevertheless, it's still on point. And I'll talk to y'all in the next one, man. Gotta go to bed, man. I'm out of here.